parent heads of households. Minority women of color will suffer from this decision more than anybody in our country. So this is why it's so important for me and so many other elected officials to get here and urge you to make sure that you register to vote, that you get out to vote. I'm running for the State Central Committee for the 21st Senate District, but I'm also here to support my friend, my good friend, Blaine, who's running for County Executive. Let's give him a round of applause. My great friend, Whaley and Cheryl Stevens, and I believe Cheryl Stevens is here running for governor and lieutenant governor. We have my good friend and my Youngstown homeboy, Tim Ryan, running for the United States Senate. We have Jennifer Bruner and also Terry Jameson running for the Supreme Court Justice. So it's important for us to get out to make sure that we tell everybody why a women's choice in abortion is health care. Period. Period. We got to make a decision. We got to make sure we pick a side, and this is the side I choose to stand on. Thanks everybody so much for coming out and representing us today.
Okay, so next we have a really important speaker. As you all might know, or if you don't know, you should know, recently, did you hear how Ohio was in the news because a 10-year-old child, a victim of rape, had to leave Ohio in order to get an abortion and had to be taken over to Indiana. And Dave Yost,
jerk,
questioned the veracity, the truth of what this poor girl went through in her family. How dare he? And he went out and spoke on a national platform questioning it, only to find out that within a few days, the person who was offender who was arrested and charged with rape, he never walked it back. He never apologized to what he did to this family. He absolutely should never be holding that office. And this is a chance for us to elect Jeff Crossman, who is currently a state rep. And seriously, he gets it. He understands that abortion and health care, he will fight for our rights. Jeff Crossman.
Give it up for Cindy Dempsey, who organized this great rally today. We will not go back. Let me hear you. We won't go back. We won't go back. We won't go back. We won't go back. That's right. We've had the right, women have had the right for reproductive freedom for nearly 50 years. With the Supreme Court in the Roe v. Wade case, it was a fundamental right. And this year, the United States Supreme Court, thanks to Donald Trump stealing Supreme Court justices, rolled back the clock, not just 50 years, but have now put laws on the books that were more extreme that were in place when Roe v. Wade was decided. We will not go back to those days, and we are going to fight this November to take back our states. The corruption in Columbus was bad enough. The bad gun bills were bad enough. They want us to live in fear. They want us to live in oppression. We will not go back. We won't 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 go back. Now let me tell you why Attorney General is important. Not just because Dave Yost is a despicable person. Because the Attorney General
ain't that enough?
Is the chief law enforcement person in the state of Ohio. And our prosecutor has said he will not prosecute doctors, he will not prosecute women for securing abortions in the Cuyahoga County, and I will support that. What I will not support is using the Office of Attorney General and their resources to help prosecute women in other parts of the state. Because we know that health care is a human right, and we know women's health care is a human right.
Absolutely right.
We want doctors to practice medicine in this state. We want people to get the care they need in this state. We don't want people to have to leave the state to get the care that they need. And we won't lie to people when they do. We won't lie and say the law permits exceptions when it doesn't. We won't lie about the extremism happening in Columbus. My colleagues are here today. Juanita Brett, Representative Brett, fighting a good fight. We got State Representative Kent Smith here fighting a good fight. And it's important to put them back in the legislature, because when we do get back to the legislature, we want to break the Republican supermajority so that Nan Whaley can veto these bullshit bills. And you have a champion in the Attorney General's office that will fight for you. So, there's a lot of speakers today. They've all got important things to say. Listen up. But the most important thing I can tell you is vote! Vote!